filmed 3 videos, and that's fine. But of course, my dumb ass forgot to take thumbnail pictures. If you guys are looking back on the videos from this past week and you're like, what the hell? That's why. I just simply forgot to take thumbnail pictures. So if the pictures look a little weird, that's why. But I did just finish filming, like I said, and I filmed, which you guys will have already seen, my Stephen King, like, I was gonna say bookshelf tour, my Stephen King collection. And I really, really like that video. And I'm so glad to have that in memories. I know that's super weird, but I'm about to edit these videos and get to reading a little bit today because my husband's at work till super late, which sucks, but it's also kind of nice because I can get like a lot of work done on Mondays when he's like stuck at work, so it is kind of nice. But I might go get coffee later. I haven't decided, but yeah, I just thought I'd check in and let you guys know what's going on. I need to really crack down and read The Black Prism. I also need to catch up on The Book Thief because I'm falling a little bit behind on that. I like that we're doing it bi-monthly though, because now I don't need to like rush to do it, but yeah. Also, I go on vacation soon and my new computer arrives at the same time. Like, could that be any more perfect? Because that week is the week that I wanted to film my office tour. So that's really nice to have like so many cool things happening that week, honestly. Like the Sci-Fi-Read-A-Thon, which you guys will see in the announcement for, starts that week. I get my computer that week. I go on vacation that week. I can be lazy that week. I am so excited. I really am. Also, thank you so much for your love in the vlogs. Like, I've got a lot of new subscribers from them, which I don't know why because I feel like my life is super boring, but I'm still eternally grateful that you guys find time to watch me and that you leave really sweet comments on all my videos. I know I'm really bad about responding to them, but honestly, I've got so much going on right now. I'm trying to get my own website up and running, like website, like not like blog, but like actual website, and it's taking a lot out of me, and I don't know, yeah, and I've just been working a ton to save up for my computer and, you know, just for life in general, but I really appreciate that you guys comment on stuff and you connect with me, and yeah, I just really love you guys. But enough being sappy. I don't know if it's like that time of the month or what, but I'm like crying a lot today at like stupid things. Like I was listening to a song in the car on my way to the bank this morning and was just crying at this song, and it wasn't even like a lovey-dovey song, it's from a metal band. So I don't know what's wrong with me, but I hope you guys are having a good week, and I'll see you guys in my next check-in. Waiting for someone to ask me what the hell I'm wearing. This is my husband's sweater from when he was in the Marine Corps, and it's super warm, so I'm like living in it right now, but I am so tired. I have been working on like brand stuff. It's weird to say out loud. It seems really strange, but I think it's important to be recognizable as a brand. And as I mentioned in my last vlog, I am trying to build a website, like a fully functioning website. Like I'm buying a domain name and everything because I'm super serious about being passionate about like booktube and book reviews and, you know, reading and life stuff, and I want to have like an actual website with a bunch of different things on it. And I know that this is something that I want to do because I told myself that, like, I've talked to you guys about it before, I bought my camera to take pictures for Instagram because I knew that, well, not to take pictures for Instagram, but just to take pictures, and then I started using it for Instagram and I got really into it, and then I also got like a really good deal on my camera. I did really good with that, but then I started doing booktube, and I told myself, okay, I was gonna do it for at least 6 months before I bought a new lens, and I bought my new lens like 2 months ago, I think, because they're very expensive. And then I said to myself that I wasn't going to make any big purchases until I did booktube and bookstagram and book reviewing for at least a year, and it has been a year as of today. I started my account February 27th. I posted my first video like second week of March or something like that, but I started it in February. So I told myself it would be a year before I made any like really big purchases, like if I bought like a new camera or if I bought like, you know, like whatever. And I finally bought, I saved money, set money aside, I figured out a way to buy a Mac desktop. And if you guys know anything, they're very expensive, and I'm not saying this to be like, oh my god, I bought the best computer ever and I'm so, you know, like, look at this computer that I bought, but in a sense of I'm taking this very seriously, and I've been, you know, figuring out money situations and stuff to be able to do that. This is something that I really, really want, and I'm working really, really hard to have. So yeah, that's why I've been working a crap ton, because I have found something that I'm passionate about, and that leads me to like being passionate about something. And so for me, like booktube, Instagram, like bookstagram, all that stuff doesn't like pay me, but it gives me so much more back than money. Like, so for me, I didn't go to college. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be some kind of like self-made thing, like entity, like that's what I wanted to do. So for me, I would just go to work, come home, go to bed, go to work, come home, go to bed. My days off, I'd play some video games, and while I did find happiness in that, I'm almost 30 now, and when I turned 26, I had like a slight midlife crisis. Actually, when I turned 25, I had a midlife crisis. I was trying to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do with my life. So while Bookstagram and Booktube don't pay me, they give me this sense of accomplishment, the sense of drive, like having an actual passion to do something, and that's enough for my life, because if not, it would just be me going to work, coming home, going to bed, like this never-ending cycle of that. And so for me, I've gained so much more than money from it. So buying this computer, buying my new lens, like I'm investing in me. So it feels really good. Yeah. I don't know how I got so off topic about that, but I don't know. So I'm just working on website stuff, and I just created like a logo for it, and I'm trying to figure out, because you want like it to have sort of like a theme in a way, like you want it to be cohesive. So I'm trying to figure out how to make my like banner on YouTube more cohesive to the website that I'm building, or like my Bookstagram, I want that to be more cohesive to the website. Like I want it all to work very well together. I want to have like a brand, like who I am, and I want people to be able to see it and be like, yeah, that's Jess. So I'm working on that, and it's a lot of fun, but it's taking like a lot of time. I've been working on this non-stop for a really long time, so yeah. So keep an eye out for that. I'm getting ready to buy my own domain and figure everything out, and I'm super excited. Like I'm really, really excited. Like I'm super hopeful and really fucking excited. And the coolest thing is like my mom texted me and she's like, can you send me a picture, not a picture, but like a link to your YouTube channel? And I sent it to her, and I was like, why? And she sent me a picture of like all of her friends. They were out at this birthday dinner, and she was showing everybody my YouTube channel, and like my husband makes music with his friend from work, and he was showing him my Booktube channel, and like my husband's super proud of me, and everybody can tell that I work really hard and really love this thing, and it brings so much passion and enjoyment to my life. So I'm feeling really accomplished. I'm feeling really, really good right now, and I'm trying to hold on to that thought that even if it doesn't pay me monetarily, like who the fuck cares, because it makes me really, really happy. And that's what I've learned in the 28 years I've been alive, that I need to desperately cling to the things that make me happy, whether it be like my friends like Sam, Sid, AJ, G. I love my friends so much, and I love Booktube so much, so I need to cling to my friends, cling to like the happy things, cling to Booktube and days off, and you know, just things that make me happy, because the monetary shit really doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's life chats with Jess. I'm coming off of the end of the 30-day self-care thing, so I'm like a little more in my head right now. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go finish working on that because I still have a lot of shit that I have to do, but I will see you guys later. Hello and good morning. Welcome to the first day of March, or the first day of our Sci-Fi-Read-A-Thon. If you guys are not participating and you want to, I will link down below the original video. It's not too late to join. We're really just doing a challenge every week, so it's really easy and you can join whenever. But yeah, I am really excited. Sorry if I seem a little off. I did just wake up, but I am about to start the first book. I'm actually going to be reading two different books because, well, I'm still currently reading The Black Prism. I'll probably be reading that for forever. Because the girl that I'm reading it with, Sam, that bookish gamer here on YouTube, the girl who's doing the challenge, doing the readathon with me, the one who invited me, I'm reading it with her, and we're miraculously reading at about the same pace, which is like 2 chapters every couple of days. but we're not stressed out about getting it done by a certain time. But for the read-a-thon, the first book that I have is Tommyknockers by Stephen King. This is definitely still a horror book, but there are sci-fi elements in it. There are aliens, spaceships, mind control. If you saw my TBR, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But that is in this book. And I've read this before, but I really wanted to reread it because I think I'm a little bit fuzzy on some of the details, because it's weird because I remember it differently and Sam remembers it the same that I do, but other people remember it completely different from the way both of us remember it, and I just want to reread it because I know that I really liked it, and that way I can, you know, have the knowledge, because it's been like 8 or 9 years since I read it. But and also I will put a picture up on the screen. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Nixia Unleashed by Scott finally came out, and or not came out, but it's out on for ARCs, and I you know, asked for one for NetGalley because I got an advanced reader copy of the physical book last year to review, and I really loved it, and I wanted to review the second one. I already have it pre-ordered, but I you know, I wanted to read it and review it because I really like it. And it took forever, but I finally got approved yesterday, and then I came home and was trying to download that damn book, and NetGalley was down, and I was so mad. Like, I've waited. Please give me my book, NetGalley. I mean, you know, they're doing me a favor by giving me this book, but, you know, I'm impatient, okay? I just wanted to read my damn book. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading that today as well. I know that it is... I could try to put it in the YA challenge for this month, but I honestly don't want to wait. I want to read it right now. So what I'm gonna do today is, since we're reading these during the week, I am probably gonna take longer to read Nixia Unleashed, just because I can break that up a little bit. But what I'm gonna do now is break this up into days so I know how much each day I need to read to stay on top of my challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Use my little metal pins that Sam gave me, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but I'll check you guys out. Why can I never say that? I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hell yeah, it's raining. I really like rain, especially when it's warm. It's kind of warm out. But I finally set all my chapters aside. I actually ended up having to do it technically by pages, but as close to the end of chapters as I could get within those pages. It's anywhere from like 75 to 95 pages a day that I'll need to read. That's totally doable. If you guys want like any advice on how to read big books in a short amount of time, I have a few tricks that I do. I'll kind of, I don't know, I guess I'll go over them here now with you. What I do is, bear in mind, I do a lot of stuff. Like, I work full time, I do a lot of shit, you know, like, whatever. Like, I am a busy woman. Like, I do honestly do a lot. And the way that I find time to read, there's a couple of things that I do. I always keep a book in my car. You will be surprised how much time you spend in your car or in, you know, your parents' car or on a bus. So if you have, you know, if you carry a bag with you, like, always keep a spare book in there. A book that you are really wanting to read but maybe isn't priority right now. Like, I have a book that I leave, like The Black Prism right now during this challenge is going to be the book that I leave in my car or in my bag constantly, so that when I am waiting for an appointment, when I'm waiting for food, when I'm on a break or waiting to go to work, or, you know, you'd be surprised how much time you spend waiting around. And instead of being on my phone, what I do is I actually read my book. That's like my biggest tip, is always have like a Kindle with books on it that you're interested in reading, or just an extra book shoved in your backpack, bag, whatever. You know, if you go to school, in your backpack, if you work, you know, just carry it around with you, leave it in your car, leave it in your bag so you can read it on the bus, the train, you know, whatever you need to do. The other thing that I do is it's very intimidating to find a book this size and then be like, oh my god, like I don't know how I'm gonna finish that. I can read a pretty big book in, you know, 5 or 6 days, 4 or 5 days depending. Sometimes I get really like caught up in the story, and the way that I go about that, like not being intimidated by larger books, is kind of like what I did with this book. I will section out chapters because it feels really good to have them sectioned out, because when you sit down and you read it, you know, you say, okay, I know this is how much I need to read today, and you don't feel discouraged, and you actually kind of feel encouraged a little bit, because once you hit that milestone, you're like, yeah, I read that chapter today, and you'll find yourself reading even more. Like I said, we spend a lot of time waiting around and doing things, and I don't think we realize how much time we spend on our phones when we could be reading. If you have time to take your phone out, you have time to take a book out. So that's really what I do. And if I can, I will couple it with audiobooks. So if I'm reading a book and there's an audiobook version of it that we have, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of audiobooks, but some of the books that I've been reading recently, my husband already has on audiobook. So I will read the physical copy when I can, and when I am like cleaning the house or working on stuff, I will play the audiobook and then just kind of sync my chapters with that. But yeah, that's how I get through really big books, and that's how I try to make sure I don't feel discouraged about my reading. It's just something I've been doing for a while. I'm sure I have more tips, but those are the, you know, the ones that I've been using the most recently. But now that I have all of that sectioned off, and now that I have Nyxia Unleashed downloaded, I am going to get started on my day. I need to get ready to go to work. I woke up once again before my alarm, but I found out yesterday that my vacation is the 4th through what, the 13th. I don't go back to work till the 13th or 14th. Essentially, I'm off like a Sunday through that next Sunday through that next Monday, Tuesday. So I have 10 days off, and I'm super excited because I have so much that I want to get done. But yeah, my vacation is a vacation. I'm kind of being not forced to take it, but if I wanted to take a vacation, this is when I needed to take it. So I'm gonna take it because I would like a week off. But yeah, I have a lot I need to do over vacation, but it'll still be nice to relax and only have to focus on, you know, like website stuff. And I'm trying to rebrand my YouTube channel, and I'm trying to rebrand my Instagram, and I'm trying to, you know, take pictures that I really love and take, you know, write about things that I really love. Just as an idea, on my website, I'm going to be doing Mental Health Mondays because normally on YouTube I post my vlogs on Mondays, and a lot of my vlogs have to do with mental health, and it is incredibly important to me. And I think that no matter what you do in your life, mental health still needs to be important. So while my website will be book stuff, it will be, you know, book reviews, all of that jazz, I also wanted it to have some sort of mental health involved with it. So I'm going to be doing Mental Health Mondays on the same days that I upload my vlogs. So it will kind of coincide with that, but it's been a ton of fun designing this, and my computer should be here in the middle of my vacation. I think it's available March 9th. So I'm really, really excited. So all of this should be coming together at the same time, but yeah, that's enough for an update. I'm always fucking rambly. I'm always rambly, I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna go read and work on some stuff and then go to work, and I will see you guys later. So it is finally Sunday. I'm so excited. Today is the first day of my vacation, technically. Well, technically tomorrow is, but I don't work tomorrow, or I don't work today, so technically today is my first day of my vacation. And I am so excited. I have been reading a ton. I have not been updating you guys because I've been working a lot. And like I said earlier, either in this vlog or my last vlog, I'm probably not going to update too much on weekends anymore, but I'll like wrap things up as I go. I did read a lot of The Book Thief. Tonight, Sunday, the questions go up, so if you guys are following along in Hypernaut, if you visit the group on Monday, there will be questions up for the next section. I caught up on that. I've read a lot of Nyxia Unleashed. I'm really loving that book. I'm like taking my time with it. I wanted to binge it, but I really want to take my time because I'm like fully invested in these characters and this series, and I really like it, and I really like the author, so I'm trying to take my time with it. And then I've also read a lot of Tommyknockers. As you guys know, I really liked Tommyknockers the first time I read it, so I'm hoping I still like it, and so far I really do. I think the thing that sticks out to me the most is It is a female main character. I don't care what anyone says. It's a female main character. Like Bobby is the main character, and then this like love interest that she has is like a secondary character. And I know like if you look up the like synopsis of the book, it says that he is the main character, but he's not. It's told from Bobby's perspective. It has everything Bobby in it. So I'm like, I guess maybe it could be dual perspective, like, but I personally think that it's written from Bobby. Like it's a female main character, but I really like that Stephen King is able, there's a lot of things that happen to her. Like at one point in time, she has her period and she's like, you know, dealing with that and talking about it and just like feminine things. And I think that's why I like Stephen King so much, is that I feel like he does a lot of research. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he knows a lot of things. He has a lot of knowledge. So he's able to accurately be like, well, this is how a woman would react. And I think that is something that I miss from a lot of authors. I feel like, you know, they write from different perspectives and you kind of feel a little bit of disconnect because they don't really know like what those kind of characters will do, or, you know, I just think Stephen King really knows that, and I think that's why I like him. I feel like he's very thorough, and I feel like it's very realistic for him to be doing it from a female perspective, and it still feels very natural. But yeah. What else is new? I got my website up and running. I finally bought a domain name, and I have my website up and going, and I'm like adding things to it, and I'm gonna do a whole video on it because I'm thinking about not rebranding my channel by any means. It's gonna be exactly the way it is now, but just being a little bit more involved in stuff. That's kind of the goal I have for 2018, so keep an eye out for that. But I'm waiting on coffee from my husband. But this is gonna be the last check-in for the week. I hope you guys had a good week. I am on vacation finally, and there's a lot of things that I need to do this week, so hopefully a lot of that will make it into next week's vlog. But yeah, and if you guys are interested in my website, if you guys want like a sneak peek or anything like that, leave in the comments down below and I will link it for you, because I'm really excited for it. But yeah, I'm gonna go and drink my coffee and work on some stuff, probably take some photos, put up the questions for Hypernaut. But I hope you guys had a good week, and I'll see you guys in my next one.